Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the best bang for the buck air compressor. Now the last video that I posted about a budget affordable air compressor, and a lot of you guys reached out to me and told me to check out this 300 LPM Napa compressor. Now this compressor is normally $114, but a lot of you guys were able to score it for 75 bucks, which is actually cheaper than the budget affordable one that I talked about, but I believe that was actually a glitch. I was able to score one of these for 20% off right before the New Year's, and it only cost me about $100 with tax. Now we're going to do the same test as we did in the last video, which is go down to 15 psi and all the way back up to 33 on all 4 tires, as well as do a 7 psi to 33 psi to see what the results are. Now I've already done a little bit of research on this compressor on YouTube and as well as in the forums, and I saw that it actually is a very impressive compressor and it actually outperforms the ARB twin compressor. Now I don't have a twin ARB compressor to compare against, but that compressor is over $500 and this compressor is only $114 on any given day. So we're going to see if this air compressor is the best bang for the buck air compressor by doing these tests. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's in the box. Alright guys, we took it out of the box and it comes with some attachments for footballs and stuff, so you can definitely use this to air up those kinds of devices. It also comes in this carrying bag, which is nice, and everything seems to fit in here really nicely. You can see here it comes with a hose. I believe this is 7 meters. I don't know what that converts to, but it's quite long and it reaches pretty much anywhere. Also comes with a quick disconnect on this side, and then on the other side it has the pressure gauge as well as a twist-on valve stem. Also comes with a manual, which I found is not reliable and not accurate, so I'm just going to toss that. This is the unit itself. It's quite large and quite massive. It's got quite a bit of weight to it. It almost reminds me of the Smittybilt, but I think it's actually bigger. The Smittybilt was only about this much, and this actually has 2 motors, direct drive, so it's a lot bigger than that Smittybilt. The power cord here is a decent length. It's not really that long. I really hope it reaches. It looks like it will reach into the engine bay and be allowed to sit on the ground here. My vehicle is pretty lifted and it seems like it'll be fine for that. And then this is the back of the unit, and it has the switch to turn it on and off here, as well as a hose that comes out of it that goes to a coupler, and that's what actually connects it to the hose. There you go. So this unit should be pretty much good to go out of the box. It does have a thermal shutoff as well, so if it does overheat, it will shut off. I did notice that on the cord it doesn't have a fuse, and the cords are actually really thick, which is kind of interesting. I wonder if it's just going to rely on the thermal cutoff that's in the unit. The wire here is probably an 8 gauge or maybe a 10 gauge. It's pretty thick, and most likely if you plan on hardwiring this, you probably need some kind of Anderson plug and a really big circuit breaker to make sure that this thing is safe. So let's go ahead and get with the test. We're going to plug this onto the battery, turn on the vehicle, air down 2 tires down to 15 psi, and then air them back up to 33, and then rinse and repeat to simulate a 4-tire process. And then I'm going to do a 7 to 33 psi test just to see how long that would take. Now it's going to be quite loud, and I'm just going to do a quick time lapse for you guys and then show you guys the results. So you can see here the Napa is about 1.5 times faster than the Smittybilt. I wanted to check on the heat sinks, and you can see here they're barely even warm. And even here with the 7 psi test, it is still 1.5 times faster than the Smittybilt. Here's the bonus footage that I wanted to share with you guys. I did create a 4-tire inflator system. I will have a video on how to create this and also the modifications you'll need to get it to work with this Napa compressor. But I was curious how long it would take to air up from 15 to 33 psi, doing all 4 tires at the same time. see here, it is very quick at only 2 minutes and 31 seconds. And since I already had everything out, I aired down the tires back down to 7 psi and aired them back up to 33 psi. And you can see here, it is super fast at 3 minutes and 47 seconds. Now the air compressor did get really hot at this point. It was around 150 degrees Fahrenheit. I actually couldn't take off the quick connect anymore, but I hear that is actually normal for this compressor. So just let it cool down and then you can put it away. Well guys, that pretty much about covers a Napa 300 LPM air compressor. As you can see, it is very impressive and actually very inexpensive. It's actually one of the best bangs for the buck. Not only is it the best bang for the buck, but it's also the best air compressor out there. It outperforms the Smitty-built and even the ARB twin compressor. Really, the only way to air up your tires faster is to have an onboard air tank or a power tank. At $114 or even cheaper with a coupon, this is a no-brainer. Heck, even at the time of this recording, it is actually out of stock now on Napa's website. So make sure you guys get your orders in quick while the price is low, because once Napa figures it out, they're likely going to jack up the price. And speaking about price hikes, I actually noticed that Moreflate is actually selling this same compressor rebranded for $229 on their website. Don't be fooled by this, you guys. It is the exact same air compressor, just rebranded and double the price. Really, the only con I see with this air compressor is the fact that it is a little large and it'll probably be hard to mount it or store it in the vehicle. But given that it's such a cheap price, it is definitely the best bang for the buck air compressor. I do want to thank a fellow 3rd Gen 4Runner owner named Sam. He was the one that actually pinged me right after I made my other video and let me know about this Napa compressor. I also want to thank the Napa compressor support group for information on modifying this compressor. I will have separate videos on how to add a pressure switch to the compressor so that way you can use it safely with a 4-tire inflator system. I'll also have a video on that 4-tire inflator deflator system as well, so make sure you guys subscribe to my channel and I'll show you guys how to make your own. Well guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you guys hit that like button. It really helps my channel out a lot. If you guys have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. I will have a link to the Napa compressor down in my video description, so make sure you guys check that out to see if it's in stock. And if you guys like 4Runner gear, make sure you guys check the link in my video description. As always guys, have a nice day and I'll see you in the next one. Idiot. What the f, dude?